Welcome back, guys. I'm Amin from Python Easy. In today's session, we are going to just do a mini project about this photo, as you could see. And we are gonna learn how to detect and export the edges of this beautiful photo. I'm sure that you have already guessed that this tower is the famous Leaning Tower of Pisa. So, if you remember, in the previous video, we just talked about a simple method how to crop the photos using Python and especially Pillow library. So let's start this mini project, and I'm going to repeat the title again, that we are going to learn how to detect edges of an image in Python, and we're going to learn how to create an artistic image. It could be useful also for artists, but I'm going to speak in more details about the specific applications of this technique in the end of this video. So, like before, let's import our Pillow library and import two important modules. The first one is image, as you have seen in the previous video, and the second one is image filter. And you're gonna see the application of image filter in the following lines. So we imported our required modules, and then in the next step, like the previous video, we are going to open and just print a proper message, maybe indicating the dimensions of our photo, for example. So I'm gonna call my data as img, which is the abbreviation of image. It's easier for you. And then I'm gonna use just image.open in order to open my photo, which was called Pisa, and it's a GPG file. Do not forget that I mentioned also in the previous video that if the directory of your image and the directory of your Python file are different, you should use a full directory. But since for my case they have the same directory, I have used like only the name of the photo. So we have imported our image, and then I'm gonna just print a proper message. I'm gonna just print the dimensions of my photo here. So next, I'm just interested to rotate the image. Why rotating? Since my first aim is to just teach you how to use like Python for rotating the images, but it's also interesting here that, as you could see here, that Tower of Pisa is so famous because of this angle of deviation, which is 6.6. So as you can see here, I have imported the original image here in the Photoshop environment, and we have a 6.6 deviation here. So first of all, I'm just gonna try to rotate this photo, but as you could see here, okay, I'm gonna use 6.6 degree. So I have just rotated this image in the Photoshop environment by 6.6. As you could see now, we have a totally straight, beautiful Tower of Pisa, which is deviated 6.6 out of the normal straight condition. So I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the Python, but be careful. In the Photoshop environment, as you just saw, I just used a minus angle since I just was interested to just rotate the image anti-clockwise. But on the Python, by default, we don't need to just put a minus version. As you could see here, I'm going to call it rotated image, rotated underscore image. So I'm gonna just import my image to this function and apply a rotate function on it by 6.6. So be careful. In the Photoshop environment, I use a minus for this deviation since I just was interested to do an anti-clockwise rotation. But by default, this is just true in the Python case, and it's doing just normally anti-clockwise. So I've applied this, and I'm gonna save this. Just in the name of pizza_2 to just indicate this one. So I'm gonna run this, and so we faced, sorry, it should be image, not images. Sorry. So I just interested to save the rotated image just as a name of pizza_2 JPG. I'm gonna run this, and as you could see immediately, the dimension of our photo is this amount. But immediately we have our photo here, the rotated one. As you could see here, we just rotated our photo to this 6.6. So let's come back to our Python coding. In the following, I'm so interested to crop the image. But why cropping? As you could see also on the Photoshop environment, we have some empty spaces here. And just according to these guidelines, I just want to crop the image to have a very neat cropped image. So let's go. I have already just extracted the dimensions required for cropping, and as you already know from the previous video, we are going to define the crop dimensions. For left cropping, I'm going to use 122. For the right, I'm going to use 124 pixel cropping. For the top area, I'm gonna use 100, and for the bottom part, I'm gonna use like minus 98. So here, I'm gonna save it like image cropped, and I should just first import my previous file, which is rotated image, as a feed to this function, which is just cropping. And here I'm gonna use left, top, right, and finally bottom in this part. So again, I'm gonna save this, and I want to call it this time pizza_3 to show you the result again. I'm going to run this application again, and I will go to my desktop to show you the differences here. So as you could see here, this is our original photo, then we rotated it by 6.6 degree, and finally we cropped it, and as you could see, we have a very nice cropped photo. In the following, since I just wanna detect the edges of my photo, it's better, actually it's required, an absolute essential part, that first we should turn or just convert the photo to grayscale, which is essential part. Be careful. So I'm gonna call it image gray, and I'm gonna import my previous image, the last one, which is image cropped as fit, and I'm gonna just apply a function called convert, and I'm gonna use this element L, which stands for luminance, and just convert our photo to a grayscale one. Again, I'm gonna save this grayscale image, and this time I will call it pizza_4 again for more clarifications to this part, and I'm gonna just run this application again. So it's not appeared here, it's so strange. Oh, sorry, there is a mistake here, and it should be like image gray, and now it should be okay. No. Sorry, it should be convert. Okay. Now here. So again, this is our original photo, then we rotate it by 6.6 degrees, then we crop the photo, and finally we just converted it to a grayscale image. So let's go to our last step, which is edge detection. In order to detect the edges, I'm gonna use image filter that find edges, and this is very useful, and you're gonna see the result right now. And I'm gonna save it to name like this pizza 5 again to show you the result. Okay, we are done, and you could see the results here. Again, this is our original photo, rotated photo, cropped photo, grayscale photo, and finally our edges, which is so important and critical in today's technology. So let's talk about more detail about the application of like image processing, especially in this case about edge detection. As you know, very modern technologies, especially referring to AI technologies, exactly we could say that cameras which are used in face detection like this photo, as well as some object detection cameras like car detection cameras like this photo, we could say they're using almost a similar method to just detect the targeted objects only by working on the edges. So this is the importance of edges on image processing topic. So finally, in the next video, I'm gonna teach you a simplified and a combination method to produce the photos like this, which are cartoonified and suitable also for our social media profiles. So thank you again for watching this video, and see you next time. For more videos, please subscribe.